I'm going to talk about our cutting pattern. Let's look at weather warnings. There's some yellow warnings, yellow advisory, which is frost advisory. There's gonna be frost is expected. There's gonna be temperatures near or below the freezing mark, which it will be. So there's gonna be temperatures are expected to be near or below the freezing mark again tonight into Friday morning some regions. So the frost advisory is gonna start from Thursday, May 11th, 4:40 a.m. to Thursday, May 11th, 8:40 p.m. That's actually May 21st. So let's look at. So the frost advisory is for Collingwood, Bombay, Sunbury, Sudbury, Milan, Orlando, Beatty, Georgia, Beverly, Newmarket, Orangewood, Uxbridge, Peterborough. This should be one more city with its own sun, but it's Port Elgin, Hanover, Gulf. So let's look at pressure pattern. So starting from 8 p.m. So we don't need to be fresh because all this set up today. 1028, 1028, 1028, 1028, 1027 millibars of pressure at Sinagapur City, Axis Capro. So let's go to the next tower, which is 8 p.m. in 20 seconds is something 1024, 1028, 1026 millibars, 1020 millibars of pressure. Let's go to the next tower, which is 8 p.m. in the 23rd is something 1020, 1024, 1060, 1028 millibars of pressure. Let's go to the next tower, which is 8 p.m. in 24th. 1016, 1020, 1018 millibars of pressure. So that's actually in the middle. So that will explain what's the pressure in Scarborough. So let's go to the next tower, which is 8 p.m. May 25th. So 1060, 26, 1000 nothing millibars of pressure. So give me 1018 or 1014. So let's look at precipitation patterns starting from 2 p.m. There is nothing else. 5 p.m. is nothing else. 8 p.m. is nothing else. 11 p.m. is nothing else. 8 a.m. is nothing else. 11 a.m. is nothing else. 2 p.m. is nothing else. 5 p.m. is nothing else. 8 p.m. is nothing else. 11 p.m. is nothing else. 8 a.m. there is something. So Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, down Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Hanover, not Hanover. Those are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Edmonton, Oakville, Sisaka, Niagara on the Lake, Niagara Falls is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Ooks where it doesn't count. So later on the counts 1.9 doesn't count. 11 a.m. There is something. Line said, OB, White Temple, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Midland, Adelaide, Betty, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Cobra, Peterborough, Uxbridge. Those are going to get some 0.21 millimeters of rainfall. So, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Niagara on the Lake, parts of it's going to get some 0.22.5 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara City, the heaviest 635 light is going to be 2.5 millimeters. Hamilton, Oakville, Sissaga is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Port Elgin, which is going to get some 2.4 millimeters, Honduras 2.5 millimeters, so give me 2.6. So let's go to the next tower, which is, let's go to 2 p.m. There is something. So line said OB, White Town, Port Elgin, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Sudbury, Milan, Adelaide, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Cobra, Peterborough. It's going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara on the Lake is going to get some heavier 6.25. The heavy 6.25 light is 2.5. 2.5 millimeters of rainfall in Niagara Falls, the Yamate, Ogo, Sissaga, Brampton, Ointo, Toronto, Britton, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Uxbridge could get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Collingwood. Let's go to the next tower, which is 5 p.m. There is something. Line said OB, White Temple, Elgin, Hanover, Thunderbee, Sotheby, Hamilton, Oakville, Sissaga, Niagara, the Lake, Niagara Falls, City Dose. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, actually 2.5. So we're not doing parts of it because it's going to go away right away. So Brampton, Orangewood, Toronto, Richmond, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, England, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobra, Peterborough, Betty, Georgia, Beverly, Zalala, Collingwood, Bar Beach, Midland, Those cities are gonna get some 0.24 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next suburb, which is Balboa's 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 8 p.m. There is something. Line said, Obi, Sotheby, Betty, Beverly, Georginia, Scarborough, Stoffel, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Coba, Peterborough, Belleville. Parsonak, Varsity, Hamilton, Oakland's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Sissaga, Brampton, Oington, Toronto, Richmond, Newmarket's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Nag, Varsity, Heavy, Super 5, light is gonna be 0.25. Everywhere now on the like same thing, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Somewhere else in Hanover is gonna get some 0.25, no, 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Palm Beach, Dunny Beach, Midland, Collingwood is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, actually 6.25. So let's go to the next part. It's gonna be 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the next tower, which is 11 p.m. There is something. Line said Obi, Betty, Babylon, Georginia, Lala, Scarborough, Oshawa, those is are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, 2.5, including Richmond Hill. So Orangeville, Newmarket is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Newmarket is gonna get some only 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, so far 2.5. Coburg 0.25, Peterborough 2.5 millimeters. So Whitetown Poison is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters, including Midland, Collingwood. Palm Beach is gonna get some 12.5 millimeters, including Salisbury. Thunder Beach is gonna get some 12.5 millimeters of rainfall, 80.75. So let's go to the next town. Edmonton, Oako, Sissaga, Brampton. Niagara on the Lake light is gonna be 2.5. It's 6.25. Niagara City is gonna be 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Belleville, which is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next Hanover, which is Hanover is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall, 12.5 actually. So let's go to next tower, which is this 6.25 millimeters of rainfall is an hour per hours in Ireton. So let's don't need to say Ireton, it's already done. So let's go to the next tower, which is 8 a.m. There is something. So Coburg, Berry, Bombay, Thunderbee, Salaby, Milan, Boyerson, Hanover, those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So this needed to double check something. Go back to 11 p.m. So Boyerton, Hanover is top of 5 millimeters of rainfall actually. So actually 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So where else in Hanover? Let's go to 8 a.m. Need to finish this. So Georginia Berry, it's gonna get some 0.25, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Also, it's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. So it's gonna be 0.25 millimeters. Cobra, it's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Peterborough is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Balfour. So Olala is going to get some 6.25 millimeters. Line said OB Whiteton is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Naga City, Hamilton, Oako, Sissaga, Brampton, Oitawa. Toronto, Button, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stoffel, Beverly is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the next tower, which is 11 here. There is something. Line said, obey wire, temper, Elgin, Hanover, Collingwood, Bombay, Dunn Beach, Solid Baby, Orla, Betty, Babylon, Georginia, Niagara on the Lake, Niagara City, Hamilton, Oako, Sissaga, Brampton, Orangewood, Toronto, Richmond, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stoffel, Oshawa, Uxbridge. Those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Coburg 2.5, Peterborough is going to be 0.25, Midland's going to get some 2.5 millimeters, Balboa's going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. There is something. Linwood, Bombay, Stanby, Salaby, Midland, Adela, Betty, Georginia, Babylon, Scarborough, Stoffel, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Coburg, Peterborough, Balboa, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Niagara City, those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including parts of local which is central and eastern, and that's it. So let's go to the next tab, which is high PM. There is something. Start a baby, la 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 la, Betty, Cobra, Peterborough, Belvoir. Those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the next tab, which is 8 p.m. There is something. Belvoir, Babylaisos, inland. Those are gonna get some 0.24 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 11 p.m. There's nothing else. 8 a.m. There's nothing else. 11 a.m. There is something. Brighton, Hopes is gonna get some. Hopes it's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the next suburb, which is 2 p.m. Brighton, Midland, Berry, Newmarket, Orangewood, Uxbridge, those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the next suburb, which is oh, I don't need store for Newmarket anymore. So let's go to the next suburb, which is 5 p.m. There is something. So Lingwood, Betty, Beverly, Georgia, Uxbridge, not Stowe. So Niagara Falls City Parkway is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Midland. It's also 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 14 p.m. More important. Lingwood, Betty, Odella, Beverly, Georgia, Ooks. This is in Niagara Falls City Parkway. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Collingwood. So let's go to 11 p.m. There is something. So no new market. Georgia, not Georgia. It's gonna get some Babylon is gonna get some 0.24 millimeters of rainfall. Let's look at total precipitation starting from. So ignore snowfall, sleet, and freezing rain. Starting from 8 p.m. May 22nd, there is nothing else. Let's look at May 23rd. There is something. So 50 millimeters in Whitehung, Lingwood 60 millimeters. Everywhere in Annapolis, 12 millimeters, Edmonton, Oakland, 90 millimeters, Mississauga, 14 millimeters, Brampton, 40 millimeters, Darlington, 12 millimeters, Scarborough, number 5 millimeters, Toronto, 11 millimeters, Newmarket, 10 millimeters, Orange, 10 millimeters, Oxford, 11 millimeters, Hatcher, 11 millimeters, Peterborough, 9 millimeters, Cobourg, 11 millimeters, 7 millimeters, and Belleville, so Georgia is going to get some 10 millimeters, Babylon is 10 millimeters, Babylon is Georgia, 10 millimeters, Mary, 11 millimeters, or the last 10 millimeters. Sotheby, 10 millimeters, Midland, 11 millimeters, Thunderbee is going to get some 11 millimeters, Bombay is going to get some 12 millimeters, Lineside is going to get some 10 millimeters, 8 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Hope's Bay, which is 9 millimeters, whereas it's going to get some 16, no, it's going to be 16 millimeters, that's in Hanover, so Boreal is going to be 50 millimeters, 50.5. So let's go to the next tower. Bombies, it's gonna get some whatever, it's already done. So let's go to next tower, which is London. So let's go to 8 p.m., which is Monday, May 24th. So white and 10 millimeters, Hope is gonna be 9 millimeters. Line says gonna get some 3 millimeters. Lingo 9 millimeters. Sotheby 18 millimeters, 19. 18 millimeters, now it's gonna be 20. Thunderbee is gonna be 19 millimeters. Bombay is gonna get 16 millimeters, so 16.5 millimeters of rainfall. 16 millimeters of rainfall is in Midland. Land and 17 millimeters, Red is gonna get some 9 millimeters. Georgia 9 millimeters, Babylon is gonna get some 5 millimeters of rainfall, so 4. So everywhere in Niagara Falls, Tampa 5 millimeters, Hamilton, Oco 6 millimeters, Oco Labius is going to be 10 millimeters, Mississauga 10 millimeters, Brampton 9 millimeters, Darlington 8 millimeters, Scarborough is going to get some Scarborough is going to get some 6 millimeters, Tofu 5 millimeters, Newmarket 3 millimeters, Orangeville 4 millimeters of rainfall, Oakville 4 millimeters, Oshawa 10 millimeters, Peterborough 17 millimeters, Cobourg 17 millimeters, Balboa 20 millimeters. So let's go to Port Elton, which is 7.5 millimeters. Hanover is going to get some 7.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to the next tower. Let's go to the next tower, which is May 25th. There is something. So Wharton 0.3 millimeters, Hobbs 0.3 millimeters, Lingwood 0.7 millimeters, Berry 2 millimeters, Bablas is 1 millimeters, Georginia 0.7 millimeters, Solala is going to get some 0.8 millimeters, Peterborough 1 millimeters, Oaks 3 millimeters, Newmarket 2 millimeters, Orange 2 millimeters. Could be. The Oku 0.3, Budun 0.2 millimeters everywhere in Aquas. Narc velocity is heavy is 0.7, light is 0.2, so Hamilton is going to get some 0.6 millimeters of rainfall. So let's look at Midland, 0.6 millimeters of rainfall. Let's look at air temperature patterns starting from. We first this, so let's set it up to 3 p.m. I'll skip it. So white on 10 degrees, Ling Moon, 9 degrees, Worlds and 10 degrees, onwards, gonna get some 10 degrees, 11 degrees. Everywhere in Iraq was 30 degrees, Hamilton, Oako, 10 degrees, Mississauga, 10 degrees, Brampton, 15 degrees, Dover, 15 degrees, Scarborough, 15 degrees, no, it's gonna be, could be 14, 15, 14. So 14 degrees, down to 10 degrees, Newmarket, going to 30 degrees, Uxbridge, 30 degrees, Asheville, 11 degrees, Peterborough, 14 degrees, Goldberg, 9 degrees, Bradford, 15 degrees. Jordania 30 degrees, Babylon 30 degrees, Mary 30 degrees, Alala 30 degrees, Sotheby 11 degrees, 12 degrees, Thunder Beach 6 degrees, Palm Beach gonna get some 11 degrees, Inland's gonna get some 14 degrees, so Hope's 6 degrees, Line said they're going to be 7 degrees, so let's go to the next tower, which is, don't need this today's temperatures, so let's go to tomorrow's temperatures. We need this. So Warrington 7 degrees, Royalton 8 degrees, Hanover is gonna get some 7 degrees, Lingwood 6 degrees, Sotheby's 8 degrees, Dunby 7 degrees, Wamby 7 degrees, Inland 7 degrees, Olala is gonna get some 7 degrees, 8 degrees. So let's do the later. So Barry's gonna get some 9 degrees, Georgina 10 degrees, Beverly Hills is gonna get some 9 degrees, 8 degrees. So it's gonna be 6 degrees, but it's gonna be 8 degrees in Beverly Hills. Everywhere in Agua, some 5 degrees, 8 degrees. Hamilton, Oka, 8 degrees. Oka, warm is cold is gonna be 8 degrees, warm is 9 degrees. Mississauga, 9 degrees. Brampton, 9 degrees. Darlington, 9 degrees. Scarborough, April, 5 degrees. Dover, 8 degrees. Newmarket, 7 degrees. Orangeville, 6 degrees. Uxbridge, 6 degrees. Sartre, 8 degrees. Peterborough, 7 degrees. Coburg, 8 degrees. Balfour, 8 degrees. Line said Obey is gonna get some 6 degrees. So let's go to the next tower, which is 3 p.m. There is something. White temperatures in Hanover is gonna get some 14 degrees, 15 degrees. Lingwood 14 degrees, Palm Beach 14 degrees, Solid Beach 15 degrees, Thunder Beach 13 degrees, 12 degrees. Everywhere in Anchorage 40 degrees, Hamilton, Oco 9 degrees, Oco cold is 90 degrees, so Oco warmer, cold is gonna be 11 degrees, it's like 12 degrees. Brampton 50 degrees, Tofu 50 degrees, Scarborough is gonna be 50 degrees, Darlington 12 degrees, Newmarket going to 50 degrees, Uxbridge 50 degrees, Arsham 40 degrees, Weeder 16 degrees, Coburg 12 degrees, Balfour 17 degrees, Georginia Barry 50 degrees, Beverly 60 degrees, 50 degrees. Perry, Olala is gonna get some 50 degrees, 16. Line said Obi is gonna get some 11 degrees, so that's actually gonna be 7 degrees. That's no, it's gonna be 11 degrees to line said Obi. So let's go to the next tower, which is inland, which is 17 degrees in Netherland. So let's go to the next tower, which is London. Let's go to the next tower, which is 70, and there is something. Whiteton 7, 11 degrees, Wilton, Hanover 11 degrees, Lingwood 11 degrees, Solid Bay 12 degrees, Inland 11 degrees. Palm Beach 11 degrees, Thunder Beach 11 degrees, everywhere in Angkor, top of 5 degrees, Hamilton, Oakville 10 degrees, Sissaga 9 degrees, Barrington 9 degrees, Tofu 9 degrees, Scarborough 9 degrees, Downers 9 degrees, Newmarket, Orangeville 10 degrees, Uxbridge 11 degrees, Oshawa 10 degrees, Peterborough 11 degrees, Coburg 10 degrees, Belleville 12 degrees, Georginia, Beverly Hills, Georginia is gonna be 12 degrees, Berry 12 degrees, Alala 12 degrees, 11 degrees. 12 degrees, so line said OB is gonna get some 9 degrees, so 8 degrees. So let's go to the next tower, which is which is 3 p.m. There is something. So, Brighton 10 degrees, Warriors Armor 10 degrees, Lingwood 9 degrees, Solomon 11 degrees, 11 degrees, Palm Beach going to get some 9 degrees, Lines Head Hobie is going to get some 7 degrees, so everywhere in Aqua Summer 5 degrees, Hamilton Oco 9 degrees. Sissaga is gonna be 8 degrees. Sister Brampton 9 degrees. Tofull 8 degrees. Scarborough 8 degrees. Dr. 8 degrees. Newmarket, Orangewood 8 degrees. 9 degrees. Uxbridge 8 degrees. Oshawa 9 degrees. Peterborough 11 degrees. Coburg 9 degrees. Belleville 12 degrees. Georgia 11 degrees. Babylon 9 degrees. Eddie 9.5 degrees. Alala is gonna get some 11 degrees. So that's actually 7.5 degrees. So let's go to the next tower, which is 70, and it is something May 24th. So white to 10 degrees, Wales and Hanover 10 degrees, line said Obe 6 degrees, 5 degrees. 7 degrees, 8 degrees actually. So actually it's gonna be 6 degrees, 7 degrees. It's in line said Obe. Bombay's gonna get some 9 degrees, Dunby's gonna get some 9 degrees, Alabama, Milan 10 degrees. Olala's gonna get some 9 degrees. Eddie's gonna get some 8 degrees. Bablas is gonna get some 9 degrees. Georgina 10 degrees. Everybody was for 5 degrees. Hamilton Ogle 10 degrees. Ogle again 8 degrees. This is in Brampton 8 degrees. Toronto 8 degrees. Scarborough 5 degrees. Stouffville 7 degrees. Newmarket and Orangeville 8 degrees. Uxbridge 8 degrees. Oshawa 8 degrees. Peterborough 8 degrees. Coburg 8 degrees. Belleville 9 degrees. So let's go to the next tower. Let's go to the next tower, which is TPM. There is something. Boylston onwards, gonna get some 10 degrees. Line said Obi's gonna get some 9 degrees. Bombay's 40 degrees. Salaby 40 degrees. Sunby's gonna get some 11 degrees. 15 degrees in Milan. Olala is gonna get some Georginia's. Olala, Georginia is gonna be 30 degrees. Georginia 40 degrees. Barely 40 degrees. 50 degrees. Puebla is gonna be 50 degrees. 16 degrees. Not 16, but 15 degrees in Georgia, Barely is gonna be 15 degrees. Everywhere in Aqua 90 degrees. Hamilton Ogle, 17 degrees Ogle. Cold, warmest 17 and coldest 15 degrees. Mississauga 15 degrees. Mountain 18 degrees. Tofu 17 degrees. Scarborough 16 degrees. Toronto 15 degrees. Newmarket was 17 degrees. Uxbridge, Oshawa 17 degrees. Uxbridge 40 degrees. Oshawa 40 degrees. Peterborough 30 degrees. Coburg 10 degrees. Belleville 30 degrees. So let's go to next tower, London. Let's go to the next tower, which is 8 a.m. There is something. Warrington 40 degrees, Wales and 30 degrees, onwards 30.5 degrees, Lingwood 30 degrees, Palm Beach 11 degrees, Salaby 11 degrees, Thunder Beach gonna get some 10 degrees, so Redlands gonna get some 10 degrees, Lilla 12 degrees, Eddie 12 degrees, Georginia 30 degrees, 12 degrees. Babylon is gonna get some 11 degrees. Everywhere in Aqua 30.5 degrees, Hamilton Local 30 degrees, Mississauga 12 degrees, Brampton 30 degrees, Tofu 30 degrees, Scarborough 30.5 degrees, 12.5. Toronto 12 degrees, Newmarket, Orangeville 12 degrees, Uxbridge 12 degrees, Oshawa 11 degrees, Peterborough 11 degrees, Coburg 11 degrees, Belleville 30 degrees. So line said Obe's gonna get some 11 degrees, actually 11 and 12 degrees. So there's actually 11 degrees in line said OB. So let's go to the next tower, which is 2 p.m. So 11 London. So let's go to 2 p.m. There is something. Boyards and 40 degrees, Hanover 70 degrees. Line said is gonna get some 18 degrees. Hope is gonna get some 16 degrees. So Lingwood 20 degrees. One Beach, Sunny Beach gonna be 19 degrees. Thunder Beach gonna get some 13 degrees. Inland's gonna get some 22 degrees. 22 degrees at some inland. So Jardinia's gonna be 18 degrees, 19 degrees. Beverly Iso's gonna get some 21 degrees, Barry 21 degrees, Alala 20 degrees, everyone was 20 degrees, Hamilton Ogo 14 degrees, Ogo's gonna get some 16 degrees, 14 degrees, so So with 16 degrees is in Orcos, Saga is gonna be 60 degrees, down to 16 degrees, Ranton with 20 degrees, over 20 degrees, Cabra 80 degrees. Down to like 60 degrees, Nimaki going to 90 degrees, Ux with 20 degrees, Hasa 60 degrees, Peterborough 20 degrees, Coburg 12 degrees, Babel 90 degrees, Orcos gonna get some. Let's correct Okol again. So Okol's gonna get some 14, 12 degrees is in Okol. So this is the end of the video, San Espiritu. So this is the actual end of the video. So